Tonight on Cutting Edge.
Even though bajala lapha bathi amathambo kamfethu akhona.
Ntwana is either warejwa or uthithwa amaphathi ngoba simthole sika umathambo sewomi.
Umntana nami wapha.
Good evening and welcome to Cutting Edge. My name is Zanele. Tonight we delve into the dark reality of missing persons in South Africa, examining the intricate web of complexities, fears, and unanswered questions that define these cases. And now, by sharing the stories of the families of those who have vanished, we hope to spark a national conversation about the safety, justice, and our collective responsibility. Our investigative senior producer, Sipiwe Linda, produced this episode.
Jocelyn Smith disappeared outside her home in Saldanha Bay in February 2024. Although Jocelyn remains missing, her mother and 2 others were sentenced to life in prison for human trafficking and kidnapping.
On the human trafficking charge, you are sentenced to life imprisonment.
The Jocelyn matter is not the first case where suspects were taken to court and tried, even sentenced, where the body was not found. There was a famous case of Constable Rasoul, who was killed. When the suspect was convicted, the body was not found. But because there was evidence suggesting that this is the person behind the murder, he get convicted.
Journalist Aseri Ndlovu and his partner Zodwa Ndluli were found after an extensive search, with 5 people arrested and charged with kidnapping and murder. 44-year-old Sibongile Nkosi was last seen on May 29, 2024. A dispute with her younger brother allegedly ended in tragedy, resulting in fatal injuries.
He decided to cut the body into pieces.
He had chosen a spot at their home to dig a shallow grave for her. The brother's secret was supposed to remain forever buried, but in the end, he couldn't take the weight of his secret, and he confessed, leading police to the grave and exposing the truth. These high-profile cases are just the tip of the iceberg. Behind these high-profile cases are many more victims and families struggling to find justice. We're digging deeper into some low-profile cases to expose the truth.
Apha sisesoshanguve neyilokishi yasePitoli. On the 4th of May in 2024, a 15-year-old girl by the name of Nontobeko went missing. Umzimba wakhe wafunyanwa udunduluze kule ndawo on the 5th of July. Okubuhlungu kokokuba lo mzimba ufunyanwa unesisteni usibonayo apha sibekwe esifubeni kuye. Le nto ishiya imibuzo emininzi kubazali bakhe. Her parents are asking themselves ukuba kwenzeka ntoni emntwaneni wabo, and unfortunately for them till now abakazifumani impendulo ngokwenzekayo ngalo mhla.
Nontobeko woke up as a happy child, ready for school. But the kiss she gave her mother that morning would prove to be a heartbreaking farewell. She never returned home. A desperate search began with family, friends, and community members, but ultimately, law enforcement took over the investigation.
When the police found the report, they interviewed the aunt who said the last time that she saw her was when she was going to school. And they also followed up, went to the school where she was supposed to be. And then she was indeed at school on that day. There's also friends, her friends, 2 of her friends who were interviewed. And the police mobilized the community and all the resources they needed to search the normal places where she would go and the areas where they knew that she and her friends frequented to no avail.
On July 5th, 2024, a devastating discovery was made in a field. And Nontobeko's parents were called to confirm whether the remains were indeed hers.
Bathi mabaceda ukungifonela ngacela bomakhelwane bangikhapha seza lana sithe masifika ngathola umntwana umzimba olele la semathambo sesikhathalele usele ngenyama levele iskini ngathi seyibambelele vele la enyaweni zakhe kunomlilo yabona ukuthi bekubasa umlilo ngayizolo or 2 days before bekubasiwe kunomuntu bekahleli la kubaswa ngazi ukuthi kwenziwani naka left side yakhe kunamakarasi ekerese eli red nile white nalo bewalayidiwe la singazi ukuthi bekwenzakalani kahle kahle nale lendlela nayisesilana samthola bambeke ngayo khona la esifubeni.
The painful memories of the day Nontobeko's body was discovered flood back as her family searches for the truth and answers about her tragic fate.
Esifuna ukuyazi kahle kahle ukuthi kwenzakala nomntwana is either warejwa or uthithwa amaphathi ngoba simthole sika umathambo seyomile.
Police vowed to find out how this young woman's life came to such a horrific end so far from home.
When the police are doing investigation, they cannot rule out the motive for the killing. And if, as and when ritual killing is suspected, then the police will bring in our specialized unit, the occult and harmful related investigators. We do have those that are based at provincial office. So they are roped in as and when the local detectives suspect that it's something of a ritual nature. So at this stage, as far as I know, that case is still being investigated at station level. But if the family suspects that, they're now concerned with the IO and then ask them to bring in the expert in terms of investigating ritual-related incidents.
According to police, the state of the body limited the pathologist's investigation and only blunt force trauma could be confirmed. Unfortunately, the case remains a cold case with more questions than answers.
A murder confession came from an ex-convict who says he was present when 20-year-old Fikile Twala was taken to this maize farm, Gobusuku, wahunjelwa ingcwaba somewhere here after being brutally killed.
Fikile, a resident of Vosloorus in Ekurhuleni, was last seen in February 2011. At the time of his disappearance, he was working as a local minibus taxi driver.
Just before the family reported him missing, we were told that his mother reported to the police that earlier on that day, there is a man who came looking for Fikile. And then he also was using foul language and threatening Fikile's life. So later that day, when he did not come back home, the family came and reported a case. And then when the police started investigating, yes, there were witnesses that said that they saw people shoving him into the boot of his car.
Fikile mshimane ke bona mshimane bula mnyako athi ke Fikile ke ga Fikile ke holetse bashimane ba ithuba ba mathe ba mtshwanti mo a re ngwa mathe aba dripwa ke ntho ke yona hampue awa ba fihla ba mtshwara ha ba mtshwara ba mlwantsha ba mkenya ka mo koloing ke holetse ke re Fikile thusang a batho ba nna ke gola ba itse ke a hlanya hayi ba monke Fikile ba mkenye ka koloing ha itlo fita pila ka ke re Fikile antene Fikile antshebe ke re yo ngwana ngwaneso ba monki.
After more than a decade, a mysterious visitor arrived unannounced, forcing Fikile's mother to confront the darkest truth about her son's disappearance.
Zanele kwakuyi-Saturday ekuseni ngicabanga bekula kubo 6:30 ngezwa inokho emnyango uma ngivula ngadibana nomunye umfana angingamazi bengicela ukumbona hayi wabulisa-ke wathi mama ngize ngodaba likaFikile ngashaya uvalo ukuthi uFikile ngoba uFikile wanyamalala manje kwenzakalani wathi mama ngicela ungena ngihlale phansi uzokuchazela ukuthi kwenzakalani ngase ngiyamvulela ke wangena uthe makangena wathi hayi mama bengize ngidaba lakaFikile hey angisakhona ukulala indaba kaFikile ubuthongo angitholi manje ngithi ngizokhuluma iqiniso namhlanje kuwe ngashaya uvalo ngaphinde futhi ngajabula ngathi eish mhlambe ekugcineni umntanami ngizomthola uyabona ngaba nethemba uma ifika lo mfana azochaza ukuthi kwenzakalani ngalelo langa ngangishaqekile mara ngaphinde ngajabula emoyeni wami ukuthi umntanami sengizomthola manje mhlambe sekufike ekugcineni wasuyangichazela ukuthi kwenzakalani.
We tracked him down so he could share his story with us.
Ndideveni kunomfana uFikile thwala abambulala abamngcwabela ambumontik after bridge wabulawa uKhazba nasibusiso bambulalela lapho bamngcwabela lapho.
He claims he wasn't directly involved in the killing, but was forced to witness the death.
Mvimbo yibo la ngaka zoto athengiswa khona amakhodi Khazba vele uhlala next door bangimise yabo ngime mangima isicela usincede usidonsele imoto songeke 200 yemagagu ubathatha wami ngoba nami ngiyarenga yabo angazi khona neputhi yabo eneleyo muntu ngiyababuza ibubi imoto bathi ayipaki ngalezi tsisi ifile umnikazi wayo udrive ngadile yabo hayi ikinki ngihamba file manje 200 nithi ngithele petrol awu masifika lena asayi umnikazi wemoto sengiyabreak after bridge ngisezophelela le maplanga lawa ngime side yabo ngizivele emotweni wahlika bona bethu bavula ibhothi babambe ingubo awu yabona ngibhekile speed inside mina uthawula abantu ingubo mosaba iphethe ngehle hayi man ebafithi kahle yenzakala ngoba nithise engamleni manje lana kenzakala yabona bayikhuluma nabasho bayehle nayi ingubo bambise bafike bayibeka lapha athi indoda apheka la thina sakutshela ndoda lento uyibone la iphelela la wayikhuluma shuthi nawe uzolandela ngivele njengalapha phezulu yabo ngibathi uthi bafethu ngicela ukunishiya la mina senizozibona niphuma kanjani really lo bantu engikhuluma ngabo banamamela just to 8 9 just there naye wena semtesimini ngamaseti washileni iphoyisa ukuthi lo Khazba thala ngimfuna vele unamamela amaningi nami ngisabela impilo yami ngoba ngiyamazi ukuhlala elokishini even though batshala lapha bathi amathambo kamfethu akhona even though ikanakani ngagubha iwashift bathi akhona la forensic mayingafika is what was.
At this stage, that person is being treated as a witness. He came forward, and when asked why have you not come forward previously, he said, like I said, he's not saying it with certainty. It's an assumption that because he saw them fighting earlier and then he towed a vehicle and then he saw something that resembled a body that is being wrapped in a carpet. So everything that he's saying is something that cannot be confirmed at this stage.
In the heart-wrenching moment, the family paid their respects at the site believed to be Fikile's shallow grave.
Noma sesizothola amathamba kusenani
kodwa uzabulela endaweni yakho yokugcina right ufane nabanye abantu nawe nami ngikhona ukuthola ipeace.
Police launched another search at Fikile's suspected gravesite. Unfortunately, the search became another unsuccessful one. Undeterred, the family turned to traditional methods, determined to find answers.
Sondelani makhehla Fikile bhuti wami njoba wawushilo ukuthi ngizokulanda namhlanje ngikhona ngizolanda wena ngicela ukuthi bese kuba uwe ungasenzeli isikhathi eside bese uyaziveza.
The last time that the police and the family were there, also forensic crime management was there. It was sometime this year, and they also dug up the area and nothing has been found so far. But that case, we are treating it as a cold case and it is still active as and when the family brings information or the police follows up and then gets some information, those leads are being followed.
When somebody obtains a mining right license, they have to check if there are no graves within the area or if no skeletons. So they perhaps also have certain technology that can be of good use to detect thermal bones within a particular area. Because remember, even let's say now you want to get a prospecting mining license, you can't just willy-nilly dig anywhere. You have to respect certain portions where there are graveyards. So those type of facilities, they are there. They just need to source them from those type of departments and use them to that effect.
14 years of not knowing where Fikile is has taken its toll. Will Fikile's family find the closure they've been longing for?
For the family to find closure is when they find the remains of their loved one or when they found their loved one still alive.
Can the confession alone secure conviction without Fikile's body being found?
We do have cases where we do get perpetrators who are convicted without the body being found. But at this stage, Fikile, as far as we know, has not yet been declared dead. So we cannot say that we are looking as and when we find information, because we have a witness who's saying that, but we can say for so long now they have been going there and searching in that particular area, but nothing has been found.
The courts will use their discretion, especially if there's at least something to hold on to, such as confession statements from 204s, which is the state witness. At the same time, certain blood stains, if they are obtained, and they will match of the deceased. Remember, even with this particular Rasore's case, he was sentenced because blood stains, at least that matches, the deceased was found in the boot of the car.
Zanele was last seen with her boyfriend who claims he took her to a taxi rank. He was brought in for questioning by the police, but the situation escalated. He left the police station, abandoned his car, which is still in police custody. To date, he has not been arrested.
Ingane iduke ngoFebruary 2022 ngeyi6 yagcina ukubonwa ngeyi6 uthe ngeyi11 kuyiFriday ngawo uFebruary kwazofika le boyfriend yakhe la ekhaya ihamba noNtomfuthi bazongazisa ngokuthi uZanele abamthole efonini kusukela ngesonto until lonke leliviki ngoba sebezongirepotela. Ngasithatha lapho kwisitoli ngabiza umfana la ekhaya ngathi no phela umuntu uma edukile kanti uthi benivakashelene wathi useyahamba uphindela emsebenzini asambeni siye police station lapha erank. Sifike erank sithola ibhuku ukuthi ugibele yini wagibela wehla kuphi. Benza njalo ke. Bathe bengakahambi wasethi sithe uma sisendleleni wathi ufuna ukuhayika kwamloko. Wathi yena no Zanele ngithanda ukuthi uhayike. Asambe nguserank. Uthi ke bahamba ke baye rank. Usho boyfriend yakhe. Uma befika ke rank uthi wafika kwamdampa khona. Wahamba yena wayohayikisa abantu ecrossing ebheke kwaNongoma. Hayi ke uma esebuya umtholo usegibela usehambile. Ntambama uma ethi uyamcheka akasamtholi. Amthilike kuze kube namuhla.
After the case was open, comes a shocking twist from her boyfriend, claiming that Zanele sent him a text message saying she was safe and that her family shouldn't worry about her whereabouts.
Mabe fika ngibuye emngcwabeni bengitshela ngithi mina no. Ngabe phela leyo nto leyo uyoyenza epolice station. Ngithi izolo bekuyovula icala. Manje ke yini ngathatha lawo ma message awase police station.
As the investigation heated up, her boyfriend was called in for questioning by the South African Police Service. But when the pressure mounted, he abruptly left the premises, abandoning his car.
Iyo ke lento esibulala kakhulu ukuthi ungafika ushiye le monto la ibake la ekhaya. Sibuzana imibuzo, ungaphindi uyilandele, ingekho enye othembele kuyo. Yini okwenziwa ngamaphoyisa lapho?
The family was left stunned by her boyfriend's sudden departure. They promptly contacted the police to get clarity on the investigators' next step.
Khona la imveza khona R66 ngase la ngathi khayikho ngakhona ngiyacabanga R66 kuzoba mude imveze komagudu dot magudu
yini enenza ukuthi ni stop ukuqhubeka ne investigation na stopishwa yini
akukho okwathi stop
kodwa na stop eventually.
Yes.
It is true that the person who was said to be the suspect was taken in for questioning. That is due diligence. And to say the person ran away and left his car, the car was not released because we still had to work on the car. We questioned you, yes. Now we must work on the car. Try and look for any clues that we can use. Maybe if it was killed, we'll find blood stains, maybe a piece of hair, whatever we can find in the car.
Again, Zanele's matter remains a cold case. For these families, the wait for justice is endless. The real question is, who will finally answer their cries?
The stories we have shared with you are not in isolation. The question remains, when the system is slow and silent, where can these families turn to, and who is standing with them in their search for the truth? And that is all we have for you tonight. If you have missed tonight's episode, you can catch the repeat on Wednesday at 14:30 on SABC 1 and SABC Plus. And for more on what's coming up on Cutting Edge, you can listen to the following radio stations on Tuesdays. Apanapaya on Umhlobo Wenene FM, Abasiki Bebunda on Ukozi FM, True News at 6 on True FM, and Zibuya Nabazumi on Ikwekwezi FM. From me and the producers of the show, thank you for watching and good night.